In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Writings, session 11, Ms. Qayyumi is trying to make it number 10. Ms. Qayyumi, I think that's as a punishment. I think I'm going to, I hear that other teachers have already finished, so I don't know why you're making me do extra. So by the end of the session, you will have opportunity to practice and improve your writing skills through another guided activity, and then I will also give you your homework. So the activity that I'm going to give you is the reading article. Like I have explained last time, give yourself 3 minutes, only 3 minutes to read and summarize the reading article. So this reading article for this week is REM sleep. So REM stands for rapid eye movement. It's a sleep that makes up 20% of our overall sleep cycle. And it is the stage of our sleep when most of our dreams occur. So when our sleeps are, we are really sleeping deeply. It is significant in human well-being, as attracted a lot of attention in the scientific research over the past few decades. This unique part of the sleep cycle benefits our physical and mental health in 3 important ways. Firstly, REM sleep is closely associated with brain functions such as learning and memory. During this kind of sleep, several parts of the brain experience high level of activity. Studies suggest that this activity helps us process and organize information acquired throughout the day and contribute to the formation of long-term memories. Individuals who consistently achieve sufficient REM sleep are often better equipped to retain new information, have better problem-solving skills, and exhibit improved overall intellectual performance. It's going to continue to the next slide. Secondly, REM sleep is critically important to emotional well-being and mood regulation. The dream we experience during REM sleep help the brain to process and make sense of emotions experienced while we are awake. Dreams serves as a form of emotional release and a mechanism for coping with unresolved issues. Adequate REM sleep has been linked to reduce a stress level, lower anxiety, and overall more positive mood. Disruptions in the REM sleep, on the other hand, may contribute to emotional instability and an increased likelihood of depression and more mood disorder. Additionally, REM sleep is necessary to maintain a healthy balance between time spent sleeping and time spent being awake. This is because REM sleep contributes to the regulation of our internal clock. Over time, this ensures that we just get enough sleep to optimize our energy level and enhance our overall functioning. Likewise, it prevents us from oversleeping, which could interfere with our daily lives. So this was the reading article. And like usually, there is also a recording of the lecture. Since we are online and we are also short of times, I won't be able to play the recording. Even if I play, you for some reason you can't hear it. So when I share the presentation, I will share the recording. Please do listen. So based on that essay and the recording, I'm giving you another example of an essay. The reading and lecture are both about REM sleep. While the author of the article presents several benefits of this stage of the sleep cycle, the lecturer challenges the author's claims. First, the author argues that REM sleep helps us process information acquired throughout the day and makes it easier to form long-term memories. According to the article, People who get a lot of REM sleep are better intellectual abilities. The lecturer, however, notes that other stage of sleep cycle might be just as important or more important as REM sleep when it comes to our intellectual abilities. He notes that attributing this entirely to REM sleep might not capture the true complexity of the human brain. So look at how this paragraph joined, did an introduction, and it give a little bit more on two views. This is very different to what I've been teaching you. So this is a different style that um, the essay is introducing you. Then it goes into the second point. And remember, I've always said that you can have a linking word um, to capture the attention of the examiner, the marker. So firstly, next, secondly, on the other hand, these words are should be very good for you to link one paragraph to the next one. So next, the article points out that dreams that occur during REM sleep helps us to maintain our mood and emotional well-being. It mentions that people who get plenty of REM sleep are more positive, while people who don't get enough REM sleep might suffer from mood disorder. In contrast, the lecturer points out that dreams are not always positive, which is true. Sometimes they can be distressing and could actually have a negative impact on our emotional well being. Finally, the author argues that REM sleep helps maintain a proper balance between sleeping and being awake. The article says that over time, it ensures that we get enough sleep to maintain our energy level without oversleeping. The lecturer doesn't agree with this claim. He points out that we all know people who have irregular sleep patterns without much REM sleep who still have lots of energy. I think I'm one of them, and are able to function just fine in their day to day lives. He suggests that this means we might not need regular REM sleep in order to function effectively. In conclusion, the article and lecture are both about the possible benefits of REM sleep. The author presents three possible benefits, while the lecturer presents counter argument to the author's claim. I like the conclusion. If I was going to write this essay again, I will actually paraphrase the conclusion in the introduction, but when I'm doing that, I will actually put a little bit more brief on the three benefits. Will not describe, but just say what those benefits are, and then go into the body and say the first point, and then put the lecturer's argument, the second point, and then the second advantage, and then the lecturers, the third, and then come back to the conclusion, and then come my conclusion because I have paraphrased my introduction. Then I would leave this conclusion. I like the conclusion as it is, and I will not say much. That is my view. You've got different views. You're entitled to your views. And I, like last week, I think you should practice. Go back to the presentation because we are approaching the end of the course. And in every essay sample that I've given you, I think you should rewrite those essays based on the detailed feedback that I'm giving you. See if you can paraphrase and how you can improve those essays. So for your homework for this week, I'm giving you a reading article. The reading article has a title, The Cave of the Ants. The Cave of the Ants found in the mountain of South Argentina. is an archaeological site that has attracted attention from scholars for many years. The cave's fame comes from the vibrant handprints found inside, some of which were created more than 9,000 years ago. While the exact reasons these handprints were created remains a mystery, there are several theories. So the article is explaining about what those theories are, and then obviously the lecturer is going to be um, arguing about it. Firstly, the handprints in the cave of the ants may have served as an early form of writing communication similar to an alphabet. Handprints of different size may have been used to convey distinct concept, and further meaning could have been communicated through their arrangement. In this way, the handprints might have told stories about families, climate changes, arrangement, climate changes, or even significant events in the lives of the ancient inhabitant. Secondly, the handprints could have had religious significance. The act of leaving handprints on the cave walls could have been part of ceremonies connected to the spiritual beliefs, and the cave's secluded location might have given it some religious significance, creating a space visited by people seeking spiritual fulfillment. Many ancient cultures integrated art into their religious or ceremonial practices, and the Cave of Ants may have been no exception. Now, notice, because I am writing the reading article um, in the PowerPoint, so to make it not too lengthy, I don't put a space. I don't put um I don't put a space, but when you're writing, please put a space between paragraphs. Don't put them into each other. That's actually beneficial for you to do. So this time the reading article is not a lengthy one. I try to put it all in one. Oh no, sorry, there is uh, the last part. Lastly, the handprints may have served a practical purpose related to hunting. The cave is quite close to areas where evidence of hunting has been found, and the handprint might have been a way for the community to make a record of successful hunts, or even celebrated the collective efforts of the whole group. Prehistoric people all over the world are known to have used art to make records of group activities before the development of written languages. So this is the reading article, and obviously it's going to continue with recording. Once again, I'm expecting you to read it, listen to the recording. When you are reading, try to use the method that you have been taught. Summarize, paraphrase, even if you want to do brainstorming, whatever method that you do that. Remember that you need to have an introduction, and you need to clearly mention in your introduction that this essay is all about reading article, and you can put the name of the article as well as the lecturer's view. Then in that paragraph, mention that the articles has how many points. And I think it's time for you to put a little bit, not too much detail, just briefly, the way I gave you the example of the other one, put that one in. Then go into the body and put paraphrase the article. And once you have done that one, after each point, you need to present lecturer view. Once you have done all of that, then you need to do your conclusion. If you're struggling when starting your essay, the way I normally have problem with writing an essay, I normally eliminate my introduction. I just go into the body. I do my body, and as I progress, I come up with my conclusion. Then I use my conclusion, paraphrase it in my introduction, and as I do that, then I just make it a little bit elaborate. And as I elaborate, then I also need to go back and give myself time, and I need to make sure that I have done a spell check. I have checked my grammar. I have given I do a word check, because it's very important that you don't write if you're over 300 a little bit, it's okay, but if you are short of 280, you will be in trouble, because this is the word limit that TOEFL iBT is asking you. And spacing is not a problem, so make sure that you also give a space. Don't write everything the way we normally talk in our mother tongue. We don't even pause, we just go blah 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 blah, and when we write, we tend to do it exactly the same thing. No, you need to not do that. And once you've completed it, send it to me. Please don't wait for Friday. Every opportunity that you get, write your thesis, submit it. Don't leave it for long. I am really busy, and I do allocate my Saturday morning, which is your Friday, for feedback, because Sunday I am very busy teaching the schoolgirls English. So Saturday I've allocated for you, and use my time. Otherwise, then it's going to be, if you're submitting during the week, and it means that I'll can only do on Wednesday just before the class. But I will not. Um, I will make sure that no matter what, whenever I get time, I will give you feedback, and that is today's lesson. I am going to come back, and I will stop the recording